Hey, how you doing today? Hey, woo 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 woo. It's Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday. Y'all, today Cherette is on one. Why? Because it's Wellness Wednesday. I'm coming to you from New Orleans, and I'm super excited because I'm celebrating. So I'm excited. So I came to New Orleans. Me and my lover are celebrating a year. I'm super excited, and I feel full of joy and love. Ah. And in the midst of it, I started dealing with my roadblocks in life. So appropriate, right? No, I'm just joking. No, he's awesome. Seriously, he is. But I wanted to talk about roadblocks today because that's what I've been working on today. I took a deep dive into roadblocks, and I think it was so beneficial to me that I feel like I need to share to the world. You. So I am on this journey to be a better me because if I'm better, then everyone's better. I'm gonna tuck this in because if my grandma saw that, y'all, she would get at me. Okay. I gotta be a lady out here in these streets. So yeah, roadblocks, they're so important. I feel like we have a lot of goals, which is amazing. You should have goals in life. You should want to be something, someone, like these are all important things. But so often we talk about where we're going, but we don't talk about what happens or the things that need to happen in order to get there. And so that's all up in roadblock land. Excuse me. I'm drinking Prosecco. Y'all know what happens when I celebrate. So, in order to have a goal, right, it behooves you to have a plan. Now, if you know anything about target practice, if you do not have a target and you are practicing target practice, you're probably not going to hit the goal. Yeah. So, my goal is to make $1 million in a year, right? And now I know in order to get there, I have certain things that need to happen. And being realistic about my goal, I know that I have made 5 figures, right? I have made, what's the highest amount? I think probably the highest amount I've made in life is like 80, 85,000. The fact that I can't tell you is telling, right? Because I was in a cash situation, and what I know now that I didn't know then is that tracking is important. So I probably made somewhere around 80, 85,000 in a year, because I was a neuromuscular therapist and I had a job and a business on the side. And so I know that my push for 6 figures is the first thing that has to get me to my $1 million goal. So when you have a big goal, you have to understand all the little small goals that get you to your big goal, right? And in order to get you there, there are tons of roadblocks, right? And a lot of times I find that we just try to ignore those things, right? We're like, oh, I want to get to $1 million, but let's forget about the fact that I probably haven't made six. Let's forget about the fact that even the 85,000 I've made, it was with a job and with my entrepreneurial self. I haven't made those with just myself. We talk about the big goal, the end goal, but we don't talk about all the little stuff that we have to do in between and all the little stuff that holds us back from getting there. And so I have talked about habits, which are the little things that have to happen to get you there, but we haven't talked about roadblocks. And roadblocks are so important because if you're going to quit, the journey to making your goal, you'll probably encounter a roadblock and be like, all right, now I'm done. All right. Usually when things are selling smooth, that's not when you're trying to give up. You're usually trying to give up because there's a roadblock. And you come against the roadblock and you're like, I didn't even think about this. It feels bad. It feels icky. So I'm going to just stop. But roadblocks are there to help you. The reason why is because everyone cannot be successful. Everyone can't be a millionaire because it would literally destroy how things work. And here's the reason why. Not because everyone doesn't have the ability to be a millionaire, but everyone is not willing to go through the process of being a millionaire. That's why everyone can't be a millionaire. Not because they don't have the ability, not because it's not their birthright, but only because people are not willing to go through the process of attaining the $1 million, right? So if you understand that alone, that could have been an aha moment right there. The process to getting somewhere, that's where the gold mine is. And in order to get through the process, there's some understandings you have to go through and some things that you have to be willing to push through in order to get there. All right? I'm talking about money right now because that's what I'm on. But it's any goal you have. If you want to lose over 100 pounds, if you want to lose, even 20 pounds, hey, if you want to make your $1 million, if you want to launch a successful book launch, anything that you want to do, what I teach is universal principles. I love universal principles because they are what? Universal. That means in any situation, they work. So whatever you're doing right now in your life, whatever your desire is and whatever your goal is, this applies to you. All right. So first, you of course have to ask yourself, what is your goal? All right. And inside of my glasses be dirty, y'all. I don't know why. Like, I didn't even go nowhere. Oh, I did. It was raining outside earlier. That's why I didn't click this. I don't think that helped. Did it? It helped a little bit. Anyway, so whatever your goal is, you have to find a definite goal, right? Now, I'm not going to get into this because I don't have time. Y'all can Google this. I like to set my goals in SMART goals, SMART, SMART goals. That means your goal is specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, and there's a time measurement to it. Is T time? T is time. There's a time to it. There's a time limit. Excuse me, because usually I write this thing. I have a sheet that I write down my SMART goals on, and the SMART goals are in front of me every time I do it. So make this goal. All right. So you make this goal and you make sure it's a SMART goal. So you make sure it's a SMART goal by making sure it's measurable, attainable, it's realistic. And sometimes, look, when you make a goal, sometimes it's not smart. Okay. So this is, and I'll bring you guys in on my journey, right? My goal was to be a millionaire, right? But then I realized like that's not even a smart goal. My smart goal is to make six figures first. Okay. That does not mean I lose sight of my big goal of being a millionaire. It just means I have to bring it back so that the goal that I'm focusing on right now is six figures because hello, how can I be a millionaire if I ain't made six figures yet? Anybody? Anybody? It ain't smart. Okay. So you have to bring the goal back to something that's obtainable and that's smart. All right. So, first step is to get a smart goal. I understand if you want to lose 200 pounds. Okay. And I'm not saying that as an exaggeration. Okay. First of all, I want to address this. when I say these things in weight loss, people be like, oh, she's just saying those numbers. There are people out here, consider that there's somebody right now who is 400 pounds. And if they lose 200 pounds, they'll be 200 pounds, which is more than what most people weigh. So this is a real scenario. I always like to speak up for my brothers and my sisters who weigh a lot, because there's more out there than you think, and their goals are real. It's just as hard to lose 200 pounds as it is for you to conceive being a millionaire. It's the same thing. All right. Universal principles. All right. So whatever your goal is, still have your chunky big goals, still see the big picture. But with inside of the big picture, break it down into a small goal. So maybe now your goal is, I want to, for me, it's make six figures. Or maybe for you, if I want to lose 50 pounds instead of 100. Break it down to something that's smart and obtainable, right? And then look at all of the roadblocks in the way. All right, because there's so many roadblocks, right? For me, making six figures, my roadblocks are super internal. All right. Over here, what Cherette, your girl, is dealing with is self-worth. All right. Am I worthy that people out here will pay me six figures for my knowledge? Now, what I'm telling you is that this is where I started. This is not where I'm at, okay? Because I have put in a lot of work to deal with my roadblocks. I know right now in my life, I am worthy. And that's how I know that my goal is attainable and is smart, because I know that I'm worthy of making six figures, and that the information that I hold is golden, honey. Okay? I'm out here to save lives, honey. And I know this, but I didn't at first. All right. When y'all started seeing me on Wellness Wednesdays, let me tell y'all, okay, Wellness Wednesdays was a stepping stone in my self-worth that I didn't know I needed. Excuse me. I still need Wellness Wednesdays. I love Wellness Wednesdays, y'all. But here's the thing. Around the time that Wellness Wednesdays was an opportunity for me to start appearing on, I was dealing with my roadblocks, okay? And I was like, one of the roadblocks for me making the money, launching my brand, one of the roadblocks was that I didn't feel like I had enough information to give to people. Now, like I said, I had lost significant weight last year. I don't think it might have been actually almost 180 pounds back then. I have to look at that. But last year, no, my bad. I had gained the weight back. So last year I had lost about 150 pounds. Now I have actually lost over 180 pounds, but I gained about 30 of them back. And when I gained that 30 back, that's when Wellness Wednesdays came into my life. And the specific roadblock I was dealing with when Wellness Wednesdays was presented to me was the fact that I didn't have enough information to give to the people. Now, I'm going to just take this and expand on it, because I'm going to show y'all how miracles work, okay? And they're not really like, they are miracles in a sense, but really what it was I identified a roadblock in my life. So I was dealing with the fact that I didn't feel worthy enough to do what I'm doing, and I didn't feel like I had enough information, all right? Those were roadblocks that I had actually identified right before Wellness Wednesdays came into my life. All right. I don't remember the exact story, because y'all have to understand, like, my brain, my memory be off. It just is. I'm working on it now, and I'm actually becoming better because I do brain exercises. But last year I wasn't. So, hey, I don't remember how Wellness Wednesdays came about. I do know Mama Ro contacted me for an interview. And when I spoke, she was very impressed about how I presented myself and the information I gave. And when we got off of that interview, she was like, hey, would you be willing to do this? So I remember right around the time that I had that interview, I was dealing with the fact that I didn't have enough information. Now, I'm going to just break this roadblock down for y'all. I didn't think I had enough information to tell people how to be healthy. Understand, at the same time, I had lost over 150 pounds with no diet and no program. I didn't follow anyone to lose my weight. What I did was I tapped into my brain power and I started to understand how things worked in my body, i.e., what my diet is today and how I can talk about things. That's what I did to lose my weight. I wasn't on no Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers and kiss my motherfucking ass. That is some bullshit. I don't care. Whatever. Y'all can record me and tell somebody else that, but Weight Watchers is for the birds, okay? I said it and I believe it. Okay? So all of these things were going on. And if the outside world were to see me, they would be like, oh, of course you have knowledge, whatever. But the roadblocks are internal, guys. All right? Your roadblocks deal with fear, they deal with limiting beliefs, they deal with complications, they deal with confusion. Okay, and there are really three significant places that you can find it, right? Your roadblocks really are an internal mindset shift. What are you telling yourself? What are you feeling in your gut, in your heart, in your mind? What are you feeling in these places that are literally holding you back? When you start to really get up close and personal with these roadblocks, you'll start to reveal yourself. Okay. So going back to Wellness Wednesdays, my roadblock was I didn't have enough information. What that really translates to is that I had limiting beliefs about myself, that I did not possess what it took to be the woman who I desired to be. All right. I was fearful of the fact that I wouldn't even say it was fear, but that leads into the belief that I had a low self-worth about myself. I didn't think I was worthy enough to give you guys information, and I didn't think I was worthy enough for success. That was the limiting belief. All right. So we could go on and on about what I was thinking in my head, like all the thoughts I was thinking, but what they boiled down to was my self-worth. Now, how that showed up in my head, oh, I don't have the information. No one wants to hear me. I don't I didn't follow a program, so no one wants to know what I did to lose weight. I'm still fat. So why would someone want to listen to me? These are the thoughts that I'm having that all boil down to the fact that I didn't think I was worthy enough to talk to you guys, to show up for you guys, to give you the information that I have. All right. Think about how this relates to you in your life. What are you thinking in your mind when you think about going for your goal? What's coming up? Is it fear? Are you fearful of what your life looks like when you're successful? Are you fearful of failing? Does failing scare you and make it like heebie-jeebie? You know? Is it is it complex? Do you make everything that needs to happen in your life a degree of complexity that just simply can't be done? You can't even do it because it's so complex what you put together in your mind. Are you overwhelmed? Are you anxious? Right? Do you like, if you can understand your roadblocks, it will lead you to the solution. When things are overwhelming, when you're anxious, you're in your head, right? And if you're in your head, the only way to get out of your head is to make a logical plan, right? So that means maybe you need to brain dump onto a piece of paper, a computer, whatever you do, and get together a plan. If things are always super like just overwhelming, you think about what you want to do, you think about your desire, and you're just like anxious. You're like, I just like, there's so much anxiety towards this plan. I don't even know where to start. You need a roadmap. All right. So the way to get a roadmap is to dump everything you need to do out. This goes back into to-do lists. And I'll tell you guys, sometimes to-do lists are a piece of shit because a to-do list will keep you busy but not productive. All right. So you brain dump your your roadmap so that you can start to see everything you need to do and see what's important. All right. So you extract what's important and you do that one thing today. All right. If you have limiting beliefs, self-doubt, you're just not believing in yourself. You're like, am I worthy? You have self-worth issue. Am I worthy of success? Can I even be successful? Do I even have what it takes to get to this goal? The desires, am I even worth the desires? That's all up in your heart chakra, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like your heart chakra is holding all that. And in order to get that out, you have to understand first that you are worthy. All right. But in order to clear all that out, you have to get one with your vision. You need to imagine your desires. So affirmations help, but if you can write down what your desires are, I'm gonna give y'all a life hack. Okay, do you have a pen and paper? Are you able to write this down? Because this is a whole life hack out here. Okay, when you have self-limiting beliefs, when you aren't believing in yourself, go ahead and imagine yourself where your desire has been fulfilled. So my desire, and I'm going to use the one that's like what I'm working on right now, not the bigger picture, because you have to work on the pieces in order to get the puzzle. All right. So right now, my goal is to make 6 figures as an entrepreneur by myself, not working for anyone. Okay. Excuse me. Maybe I need some Prosecco. I didn't even drink it right, y'all. This is so delicious. It's not even Prosecco, it's sparkling wine. I got a blend. I forget what it is, but it's a blended sparkling wine and it's so delicious. I hit the nail off the park on this one. Anyway, so for your imagination, in order to get that in tune, you get your goal, the actual puzzle piece that you're going for, right? So mine is 6 figures, right? So I take a moment and I imagine, right? So you have to engage your senses, okay? Your senses are here to help you, all right? So engage your senses. When I see my bank account hitting my first 6 figures, woo! Can y'all see it? Because I can see it. See it, imagine it, feel it. Who are you talking to? What do you smell? What do you see? What do you hear? Write it down, y'all. Okay, imagine it. Just like a kid. Y'all ever been around a kid and they like, I can fly. I know I can fly. And they know it, and you can see them fluttering around the house. How does it feel? What is being brought to you? Who are you talking to? What you seeing? What you hearing? All right. I wrote this down actually today. So I'm talking to y'all about it. When I make my first 6 figures, right? When I hit the goal, I am in my van. I am parked in front of an ocean. I can hear the waves. I can smell the seaweed. I can smell the salt from the sea. I can see the sun setting or rising. I can actually see the sun rising because I woke up to my first 6 figures. I made them overnight. And I'm on the phone with my friend Olivia, and I'm crying because I feel a feeling that is so overwhelmed of joy. I did it, bitch! I am drinking a smoothie that is made of mango and coconut water because it's my absolute favorite. And my van is super clean. I have plants around me, and I'm just enjoying the sunset from my first 6 figures. I feel so happy and overwhelmed because my bank account has done it, honey. Yes, I reached it. and I'm crying, whelping tears of joy. I might even have a little snot running down my nose because I'm just so excited. But y'all see how I envision and imagine my first six figures. Do that for your goal. If you're trying to lose the weight, if you want a new position at work, see yourself at the new desk in the new office. See yourself at your skinniest weight, honey. How clear your mind is. What are you eating? You know what I'm saying? What are you drinking? What's going on? If you have any self-limiting beliefs, any doubt in you, imagine your ass hitting your goal. That's gonna clear all that out, okay? Because once you start figuring that out and seeing it, you're gonna feel it and it's gonna run around in all of your heart chakra and you're gonna feel it and it's gonna bust open so that it can happen. Because your beliefs are limited because you cannot imagine yourself in that place. All right. So any of those roadblocks that your self-limiting beliefs, self-worth, confidence, all of that, that's heart chakra, boo. All right. And in order to get over that, you just have to imagine yourself with all of your senses right there up on your goal. Okay. We hitting that. All right. So if you are fearful, you're doubtful, you feel like you're fearful, you're doubtful, you feel like it's a dangerous place to be, um all of those are gut feelings, those are gut roadblocks. So if you feel like it's dangerous, like um if you feel like if you are successful, someone might rob you, or it's dangerous to drive around in a BMW and an Audi and a, what are these cars that they do? A Lambo. If you want a Lambo and you're like, I want $1 million house, and you just feel like it's too dangerous, I can't get this because it's dangerous. That's your gut. All right. That's your gut. All right. Your gut is telling you run because we don't have it. All right. Like, it's scary. It's fearful. You're like all up in your doubt. You're like you're literally scared to be successful. All right? That's your gut. All right? And in order to clear out the gut, dude, I'm having a brain fart. In order to clear out the gut, what are you doing to clear out the gut? I know you imagine, y'all excuse me. Matter of fact, yes, excuse me. I'm not even gonna play with y'all and act like I'm all here and I got it, because I don't. Let me go get my book real quick. This is how you're successful. You be like, I don't know, let me clear it out. Okay, there you go. You need a bigger why. If your gut is telling you all that, you need a bigger why. So you need to figure out and connect to why you're doing what you're doing. Why do you have this goal to lose weight? And put it outside of yourself. Why do you have this goal for six figures and put it outside of yourself? One of the reasons why I have a goal for six figures, honestly, is because my mom fucking deserves to have a house. And I love that. She deserves to live a happy life. And you know what? I'm going to make six figures. I'm going to be a millionaire so my family is cool. That's outside of myself. I want all of my children, my nephews and nieces to go on vacations at the ages where they can't even talk yet and experience different cultures. That's on me. That's my why. I want to save Black women. Okay? Not the ones who are ready to be saved, but I want to give them information to live a better life. I lost weight literally to save other Black women's lives, because we have to birth our babies in peace and have a better reason to live other than heart disease and fucking diabetes. I'm serious about it. So get a bigger why. And when you have a bigger why, you can see outside of yourself why you're going for it. So that gut roadblock that you have, it'll push through it, and bam, you'll have a bigger reason to why you're doing what you're doing. All right. So I went into the solutions of the roadblocks, but first you got to get to the roadblocks. And when you get to your roadblocks, then the solutions become easy. You got to have a bigger why. All right. You have to have a plan to get there, the logical to get outside of your head, and that heart. You really, really have to deal with your imagination. And once you put all of your roadblocks, deal with those three things. Okay. So figure out your roadblocks. And I just gave you the solution to them. So now you good to go, boo. You got it. We over here all up on our dreams and stuff. Okay. If y'all have any questions or comments, you can comment here, but you can also DM me because I'm an open book around here. And take the time to celebrate today because it's a monumental day. All right. I've been with a whole man for a year that I actually love. And so if I can do that, then you can do anything because y'all don't even know me like that. But this is huge. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Wellness Wednesdays. I will see you next week. Same time, but a different place. Okay. Because I'm always traveling out here in these streets. Toodles. I'll see y'all next week.